Morning and welcome to this week's Monday message. Last week we started a series of finding the joy, and today I want to talk about finding the joy in saying no. We were chatting about this yesterday. We had the last day of our NLP Master Practitioner training. One of them, we've got two of them going on at the moment. And someone had said, I just wish I could say no. I want to find out the patterns and the recipe to say no. And as I was thinking about today, I had a different finding the joy in planned, but I think this one's really relevant. So many people say yes to all kinds of things that they don't want to say yes to. And when we're saying yes to things that we don't want to, we're actually taking away the ability for ourselves to live our best life. We're actually taking away the ability for other people to live their best lives too. Because in that moment, when we're saying yes to everything and no to what we really desire, we're not giving somebody else a chance to step up, somebody else a chance to learn, somebody else a chance to explore, to fall down, to learn, to get up. And we're saying to ourselves, what I want doesn't actually matter. Think about that. The next time you say yes to something that you wish you said no to, you're actually saying to yourself, what I want doesn't matter. That's not true. And that's not fair either. There are a couple of reasons why people say yes, the yesers in the world, and mainly three. The first one and the most prevalent that I see is someone who is a people pleaser. And they want to please people, they want to be liked, they want to be appreciated, they want to be loved. And so they utilize this yes of, I'll do that, I'll help you, do you need help, I'll help you, because they need to be liked. They're fulfilling themselves up from other people by gaining that appreciation. But very often it's not appreciated, it becomes accepted or expected, or it's not actually appreciated. But we create habits around this. Oftentimes I hear people say, I don't want to upset somebody, so I said yes. Okay, this again doesn't make sense to me, because you're saying yes to somebody else because you don't want to hurt them, but in the long run you're hurting yourself because you may be doing something that doesn't fit for you, doesn't fit in your time frame, you don't want to do. And sometimes we grow to despise these things that we say yes to. That's not a good thing. Think about the energy. The energy is the word I'm going with today. Because again, when we're saying yes to something that we don't want to do, our body knows. Our mind and body are very connected. And those chemicals that are secreted throughout our system when we're doing something unpleasant, especially if we're doing it under duress. Nobody else said, hey, you have to do this. You did. But that's still under duress, and our body responds in that way. I've seen high blood pressure, I've seen obesity, I've seen anxiety, I've seen cholesterol issues, migraines, backaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, immobile neck aches, all kinds of things that have come from somebody saying yes all the time. And most often it's that people pleaser. You're not going to please everybody, and I can guarantee you this. Just because you do something, that does not mean people like you. I know that might sound a little bit harsh, but it's true. You will be liked if you're a good person. You will be liked if you're kind. You will be liked if you exude joy. You will be liked if you live your life. You will be respected when you have boundaries. You will be respected when you can say no and mean it and fulfill it. But sometimes when there's that, I don't want to hurt people, I need you to like me, I can do that. No. That is showing actually not a sign of strength. It's possibly showing a sign of weakness. Strength is owning what you want, having that personal power to know what you want and how to get there. The second reason, so people pleasing, the second reason is that we have a fear of letting go. This is where I've been fitting in. Over the years, I've said yes to lots and lots of things, and I'm so glad that I have, because I've met wonderful people and I've learned things and I've stepped up and I've been able to lead or facilitate or guide or been a part of something. And I'll continue to do that, but more with my boundaries. So this year, I'm going on a cleansing process, and I have a list of all the things in my life that I need to say no to. And I started this earlier in the year and came off of some committees and stopped doing some various bits and pieces. And really, what do I want to do? Because as Steve Jobs says, the only way that you can what does he say? Let me get what he says. It's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important to you. This is Steve Jobs. It's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important to you. And if you know me, if you don't know me, let's get to know each other. I'm a busy person. I do a lot. And I want to do more. But those things that I've been doing, a lot of the things that I've been doing that keep me really busy actually hold me back and stop me from doing the things that I really want to do. Like more of these messages and sharing my spirituality and the consciousness and wholeness and finishing my book and doing other stuff. Because I'm busy doing other things. And the reason that it's been hard for me to stop is there's fear of letting go. Sometimes people's fear of letting go comes out, and I don't want that thing to fail. That has been my case for a long time. There's a specific organization that I've been a member of for a really long time, and this year I'm not standing for a board position for the first time in almost a couple decades. And there's a little like, what if it doesn't last? What if it can't? I'm not its savior. I'm not the one that saves it. I need to give other people and that organization a chance to thrive without me. That's the only way that I will know if what I've been doing over the past couple decades, could be a couple years, but no, I let it go on decades. And I love the organization. I really do. I'm not going away. I'm just not going to be on the board. I'm going to let other people put their hands up. I'm going to let other people say yes because they want to. But if I'm taking the time away from that, I can't let other people have joy. So that fear of letting go, if something's going to crumble without you, it's going to crumble without you. You're not the savior of anything. Be that your family, a business, an organization, a group, a friendship. If it's going to crumble without you, it's not all that strong and stable to begin with. That's okay. It's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is for you. My responsibility is for me. The third reason that people have a tendency to not be able to say no is simply because of the expectation. You train people how to treat you. You train people to ask you to do things. You train people. I train people to ask me to step up on boards, take leadership positions, run an organization. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do it. I really want to do it. I like doing it. I enjoy doing it. But I want to have that time for me. So I need to retrain myself and retrain other people that it's okay to say no. And I know that. I've been saying no for a long time. It's just some of those things in the past where I know I can make a difference and it fits my passions. And I've been a person, I still am, that I want to do all the things. I want to do all the things. And you know what's really important? Is doing all the things that you want to do, all the things that make your life better, all the things that will leave the world a better place when you're not here. So how do we do that? First and foremost, we've got to create some boundaries. We've got to figure out what's really important to us, what's not important to us. We need to figure out also, why are we saying yes all the time? Is it because of that people pleasing? If so, let's look into the patterns. Let's look into the beliefs about that. Because there can be some really encroaching beliefs and behaviors in saying yes, or you're not even saying yes. You're the one that's giving yourself work. I'll help you there. I can do that. I can make the pie. I can do that. I don't know why pie. I must be hungry. Stop offering, because that's coming oftentimes from that place of need to please. If that is a pattern, contact me, contact a coach, go on to nlpcoachfinder.com and you can find one of our students and work with them as a coach. That's a good one. So creating boundaries. Really start focusing on you instead of needing that external reference and external validation for I've done a good job and the pats on the back. Start to find it in here. When you can come back to love, self-love, universal love. That's all you need. When somebody needs to people please to get that expectation filled from other people, that says to me you're not filled yourself. You're not relying on you. You're not embracing all you are and letting God and yourself and the universe love you just for being you. You deserve that. You deserve love from yourself, from God, from universe, just for being you. Keyword there, being, not doing. Being you. Notice that big picture of self-love, of gratitude, of the life that you want to live, and be pulled towards the direction of that big goal. Notice also yourself moving toward what you want, not away from being liked or disliked, away from upsetting other people. You're not going to upset people by saying no. You're not going to if somebody gets upset, it's because they have an expectation that you have entrained them to have. But otherwise, you're feeling the remorse. You're feeling the regret of not being liked. What if they don't like me? No. Move towards your dreams. Move towards your goals. Move toward what you want to do. Make your behaviors match your outcomes. You have a goal of fulfilling something. Make sure your behaviors are matching that. Your intention is aligned with your attention. And go forth in a way that is totally aligned. You know, I read something that said God gave us spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. You've got it. We've got it. And you know what? The joy of saying no is amazing. It is freeing. It is empowering. It is joy on steroids because you get to get your life back. And you get to empower other people to take their life back, to step up, to do something new, to learn, to grow. There is such great joy in saying no. Is it easy? No. See, I said no. Is it useful? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because you own your life. The lightness that comes from it, the time that comes from it, the love that comes from it, the beauty that comes from it. You might even find more beneficial things to do with your time. I have a client, is what they're called. I have a client, and we're working on helping her say no. And she spends her time helping her family. Wonderful. Not necessary. She does all kinds of things for her sister. She runs after things for her brother. She goes over and she cleans her mother's house all the time. And I asked her, does your mom need you to clean her house? Oh no, she complains that I do it, but I want to help her. Dude, does your brother need you to run around? No, he's got people, but I really like to help him. Okay. So she has probably 15, 20 hours a week that nobody's actually asking her to do. That if she had that extra 15, 20 hours a week, if I had a calculator, I'd figure out how much that is a month and a year. I mean, you know, it's 80 hours a month. You know, you do the math. Wow. Imagine the freedom, the joy, the gratefulness. Remember, one of the fastest tracks into joy is finding gratitude. What are you grateful for being able to say no? For myself this year, and being able to shed things and say no, my moments of gratitude that bring me joy is the time it will give me. I can support people because I'm not going completely away from these things. I will still be there in a peripheral perspective to support, but I get to help people grow. I get to see the joy of leaving a legacy as I step out of things. I also get to see the joy of me being able to spend time doing more of what I want to do and desire doing because I'll have the time in it. I'd love to hear your comments. What are your ideas about saying no? Do you do it easily? Do you have any tips? Is it challenging for you? And are you a people pleaser, or are you one of those that fear letting go? Or is it just that now it's a habit because you've built expectations and you've trained other people to expect you to do it all? Any of this is up to you. Remember, it is only by saying no that you can concentrate on what is really important. Thank you, Steve Jobs, for that. I will see you next Monday for another video in our series of finding the joy in something. See you then.